Hi, my name is JT, and thank you for purchasing Temple Elf. The creator of it is Mental Tom. Now let's have a look at what's inside. Let's have a look at what's inside. Inside the box, we can see many things. And this is our prop. And this is the remote control. And this is the accessory bag. There are some accessories in it. And finally, it is a charging cable. Let's have a look at what's inside the accessory bag. Inside the bag, there are some things. First, it is a needle. It is for removing the spool of the prop. And then there is a magnet. This magnet is for fixing the remote control. Next, there are two iron plates. They are for fixing the prop. They have double-sided tape on them. And finally, it is a screwdriver. It is for screw the screws on the remote control. So we can use it to change the batteries. This is our prop. And this part is the switch. As we can see, there is a red dot here. When the switch is on the red dot side, it means on. Otherwise, it means off. And this part is the spool. We can use this needle to remove the spool. As we can see, there is a little hole here. When we let the needle to go through the little hole, and then we lift the spool up, the spool will be removed. The remote control has only one button, but it contains two modes, the rhythm mode and the power mode. When we press the remote control one time, it is the rhythm mode. The object will jump 3 times. They are in different forces and in different rhythms. The feeling is closer to the object is given life. When we long press the remote control, it is the power mode, and the motor will work constantly. Now let's talk about charging. The battery will last 40 minutes when it is standby, and the battery will last 20 minutes when you are using, and the charging time is about 25 minutes. You can use the charging cable to charge the prop. When the red light is on, it means charging. When the red light is off, it means it is fully charged. Because the movement of rhythm mode is back and forth movement, the thread will be loosened and tightened on the spool alternately. This kind of movement can easily cause the thread to get stuck on the spool or motor shaft. When the pulled thread is relatively short, this situation occurs less frequently. But when the thread is longer, this situation often occurs due to the power mode. To avoid this situation, when the prop is fixed, try to fix them diagonally or vertically as much as possible, and avoid fixing the prop flat as much as possible. There are 2 situations that the thread will be stuck. If the thread is stuck on the motor shaft, just remove the spool and pull out the stuck thread. If the thread is stuck on the spool, remove the spool. Slowly loosen the stuck thread, and then manually roll it back onto the spool. If the thread is broken, first remove the spool and then search for the end of the thread. If it is difficult to find the end of the thread with your eyes, you can use wax to stick it on the spool, making it easier to find the end of the thread. After finding the end of the thread, wrap the wax into a bar. Then rub the wax into long strip shape, better with a sharper bottom. Then thread it through this hole. Finally, pressing the spool back. To do the demonstration, we substitute the invisible thread with the red thread. This is the remote control. There is a pin on it. You can hang it under your arm or ankle. Of course, we also prepared a set of magnets and a metal plate for you. If you want to use magnetic force to fix the remote control, you can use the double-sided tape to stick this metal plate on the remote control. Then you can use the magnet to fix the remote control anywhere you like. When you find that the remote control is not very sensitive, it may be due to the remote control battery being out of charge. We need to replace the remote control battery. There is a wrench like this in the accessory package. We can use this wrench to unscrew the 2 screws on the remote control. Then we remove the PCB of the remote control. Now we can see the battery on the back. Then remove the old batteries and install the new batteries. The battery model is CR2016. When tightening these 2 screws back, it is important to note that if they are too tight, the remote control will be in a constantly activated state. At this point, each screw needs to be loosened by half a turn to 1 turn. If they are too loose, the shell will shake and more tightening is needed.